Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Fairy. This is Gwendolyn. Welcome back to the channel. Or if it's your first time here, welcome. During the love month, I'm going to be doing compatibility videos for all of the signs. So stay tuned for those. I've got one of those done, but I'm going to keep doing those throughout. So if you're interested, check back for those. And this video is going to be a monthly tarot scope for Pisces. So I'm just going to shuffle a little bit here, and then we'll get right into the reading. Let's see what's coming up for Pisces. Good. Okay, looks like the beginning of the month sees you resting a little bit, Pisces. I'm kind of seeing these two cards together. And with Four of Swords, which is this card, I call that card an R&R card. So rest and relaxation. In fact, it's kind of like when Mercury goes into retrograde, it's kind of got the same feeling as this card. So it's rest, it's relaxation, it's taking time to pause, it's taking time to reflect, to hang your thoughts up on the wall. That's what swords represent. It's air energy. So with Four of Swords, the soldier takes a day off from battle and he rests and he hangs his thoughts up on the wall. His even the things that he's active with. You know, when you're a soldier, you're taking the sword and going into battle, but he's hanging all those swords up. And so it's just sort of like taking a time out, reflecting, thinking, pausing, just letting, it's sort of a meditative card. We're letting things come up, thoughts, and letting them sort of go by like this mist or these clouds are going by, and just sort of like observing them, observing your thoughts. And with this going on next to you, this is Five of Clubs, which has a lot of Mars energy. It's got a lot of competitive energy. Sometimes I call this card playing versus fighting, because it could be kids just playing a game, or it could be like open warfare where people are competing over something. Sometimes this is like people competing over one person, or people trying to win the position. Like it could be at work where there's a position being offered and a lot of people are competing for a certain title. And what I get, Pisces, is that you're stepping out of the game for a little bit. While all this Five of Clubs energy is going on, this Mars energy, this competition, all of this like striving and fighting, or, rat race kind of thing, that you're just taking a moment out. And this can often mean collecting your strength to fight another day. Or it can just mean like recharging so that you feel strong when it is time for you to get in the game or get in the fight. So just open, knowing that it's safe to take a break. You're only regaining your strength. You're only recharging. You may just be taking time to think things over and mull things over, and that, taking action will come later, will come next. It's actually going to be that by doing this, taking this time out at the beginning of it is going to help you when you get back in the game. So that's the first message to you, Pisces, forward. And then there's going to be some of you for whom relationships feel a little bit unjust. Like the sense I get with these two cards together in reverse as they are, is that some of you are going to be looking around and saying, how come everybody else is in a relationship? Or how come everybody else is coupled up and paired up? And how come everybody else has got the great relationship? Even if you're in a relationship, this is almost like the grass is greener, is the attitude when these two cards show up, because this is injustice. When justice is in reverse, it's a feeling of injustice, or that things aren't fair. And when Two of Cups is in reverse, it's like saying that somehow you're not connecting with the theme or the dynamic of exchanging hearts. This is a love affair card, and this is a card of exchanging heart energy. So when these two are together in reverse like this, it's sort of like saying, well, how come I'm left out of the game? How come I'm almost getting sour grapes from this, Pisces. Like, how come their relationship is better? Or how come my partner is not being fair with me? There's some sort of feeling of seeing injustice in regards to relationships or heart exchange energy. And I want to offer you a chance to re-explore that, because when cards show up in reverse, it means that that energy is here and available to us, but it's being held through resistance, which is usually fear or doubt or false beliefs, or embracing a perspective that isn't serving you, especially in reverse. That's kind of what that means. So look at how things could be fair and right and true, and that you could do this heart exchange with someone else. See if you can embrace love energy and sharing hearts with someone else, even if it's, your pet or a family member or just a stranger or the cat down the road, as Infinite Waters likes to say, or some, a neighbor, someone in your community. See if you can do this exchange of hearts energy, and then see if your verdict on love changes. That's going to be a little exercise for you, Pisces, because I do see towards the middle of the month that you may be feeling a little lonely or isolated. But again, this is time to reflect, Pisces. I see here with Four of Swords and Hermit, and then Nine of Swords in reverse. It's kind of like saying getting your mind right is what all these things saying, because this is worry and anxiety, but it's in the reverse. So that would mean that things are dissipating, that some of the worries that you've had on your mind are going to be falling away towards the end of the month. And this is a card of rest and relaxation, gathering your thoughts. And Hermit is really concerned with the truth. He is concerned about going up to the mountains, stepping away from the chaos and bustling of the world. For some of you, this is going to be like taking a break from engaging in political discussions. Hermit doesn't care about what's going on TV. He doesn't care about what's going on in the government. He doesn't care about like gossip or anything to do with the outer world. He's all about finding the truth, and truth with a capital T. So he's sort of like the person who goes off by themselves and goes to the mountains or on retreat, whatever that mean for you. I just say mountains because that's what's depicted in the card here. But sort of going off away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life and really looking within to see what's true, what is real, what is lasting, and then holding it up for everyone to see. So on the low side, which Hermit is not showing up in reverse here, but sometimes Hermit can feel like being lonely or being isolated, feeling like you're out on your own, sort of looking for the way. But in the upright position here, especially after having followed this dynamic regarding relationships, I see that you're really looking into the truth of the matter of something. And following right on the tail end here of Two of Cups in reverse, and surrounded by Seven of Swords, I get the sense that you may be searching for some real answers about how to balance your own needs with others' needs. The reason I'm saying that is Two of Cups is about exchanging energy with another, heart energy, love affair, infatuation, compassion, care, all those heart energy words. And then Seven of Swords is about me energy, me getting what I want, me like taking mine and taking off with it. In fact, taking someone else's and taking off with it, like making sure that I've got my bases covered and I don't care what it takes. I don't care if I have to be lonely. I don't care if I'm breaking the law. That's Seven of Swords energy. So there's sort of a balance between me energy and others focus energy. This is like me connecting with another, or you connecting with another rather. So I think that's what this Hermit card is about, is you looking for the truth and being willing to spend some time by yourself. Like if you are in a relationship and you're feeling a little bit of injustice, or something's not fair, something's not right, there's a verdict that's been rendered that's not fair or just, taking some time out to see like what are my needs, where is the balance between myself and others. What is true about this situation is what Hermit says. And there's going to be a certain amount of weighing how you feel about this. Moon is all about accessing our deep emotions. That's the lobster or crab here that's coming up from these deep waters. And this is the subconscious. And it's allowing these feelings, which you can do usually pretty well, Pisces, because you're a water-based sign, which water represents the emotions. Letting those feelings come up and then testing them out between the domesticated side of us, which is the dog here, and then the wild side of us, which is the wolf. So it's saying like, it's echoing what's true, what's real, what is sustaining, what is constant, because the moon changes all the time. This is a card that can be very Neptunian in influence because it's ruled by Pisces, so it can have like the theme of illusion, fantasy. It's a very poetic card, but it's sort of like saying, well, what's true and what's not true? What is just a flight of fancy of mine? What is just a passionate side talking? Or what's the logical, domesticated side? Am I going too much on the domesticated side or too much on the wild side? How do I find balance? What is real? What's going to sustain me? What is fantasy? So when moon comes up, it's all about how we feel. And I see between how we think here with Hermit, looking for the truth, and how we feel, looking for the truth about how we feel, the middle of it is going to be a real opportunity to examine those things, Pisces, and say, well, what's true for me? What's real about what I feel? How do I feel on a consistent basis? Or is it always fluctuating like the moon does? And am I fluctuating in a balanced way between being self-serving and, being involved in relationship? Or is there a way that I feel like I'm being taken advantage of in a relationship? That's what, Justice in reverse with Two of Cups in reverse and Seven of Swords could be someone's trying to get away with something with Seven of Swords. And this is saying, well, I'm trying to look into the truth of the matter. How is it making me feel on a day-to-day basis? That's all the story of these cards. So look into that. And by the way, you get through it. This is Emperor. Emperor has to do with justice. He's a good friend of justice. You can see they both hold that single sword, which represents the truth. And they both have these red cloaks, which represents power and authority. And they're both wearing a crown. So it's sort of like their rule is law. You can see in justice, her rule is law, and it's actually the rule and the law that Emperor has created and enacted. So this is like saying, okay, I'm in charge of my own world. I believe in justice. I believe in fairness. I believe in law and order. I believe in structures that serve me, that create balance and fairness and order and harmony. He's really a card about boundaries, because if you think about Emperor, he's really, he's the head of an empire, which has defined boundaries. And he is the head of an army, which defends those boundaries and keeps law and order. So by the time you get through all of this weighing things, thinking about how you feel, thinking about what is true, trying to identify what's going on with this, someone's trying to get away with something, or me energy, it's turning the relationship upside down. You get there. This is Emperor. It's like saying, okay, now I know where the boundaries are. Now I know what's coming in and what's staying out. I know where that wall is between me and the outside world, or I know where the gates are of what I'm going to let in. I know who I can trust, who my enemies are, and who my friends are. If you think of like allies or foes, that's Emperor energy. Who are you going to form alliances with, and who are you going to keep at bay? So boundaries, solidity, stability, law and order, definitions, boundaries, all of that is Emperor energy. So after you get through looking into the heart of things and looking into the heart of how you feel, you end up in this place of great authority, Pisces, especially of your own empire. So that's hopefully helpful to you in going through this. I'm also seeing in this reading for February There's 3 cards that are 4 numbers. The Emperor is card 4 of the Major Arcana. You have 4 of Swords here, which has to do with thoughts. And then you have 4 of Cups here, which is the stability of emotion. So 4s are all stability cards, finding order, finding balance, finding structure. So I really get the sense that for you, Pisces, is going to have a theme of finding order, balance, structure, even justice echoes that. So that's what's going on mid-month for you, sorting out your feelings about something. Likely how your current situation in regards to relationship and any fairness or unfairness or truths, things being fair, that's going to be a theme for you. Then, towards the end of it, I see you being a little bit more carefree, Pisces. 9 of Swords is dissipating. So 9 of Swords is usually tension, anxiety, worry. You know, look at all these swords energy. Swords represent thoughts. So this is like going in circles in your mind. That's in reverse. So it's saying you might be letting go of some of that tension. It could either, 9 of Swords in reverse could be interpreted in at least 2 ways. One of them is that whatever's been on your mind, whatever's been like causing you a lot of anguish or tension or worry or anxiety, whatever you've been thinking a lot about, could lighten up. Some of these swords just fall away and as you let go. Or it could be that you're resisting thinking about something, that you are trying to avoid thinking about something, and therefore all these swords are mounting up. And it's possible that in doing that, you're restricting your freedom. By avoiding something that you kind of need to think about, you may be like Fool is here saying, I want to be free. I want to be carefree. I want to go on new adventures. I want to have the world open to me. But if you are avoiding this, you may be preventing this, restricting this. Remember, when things are in reverse, they're in resistance or delay. So my advice to you towards the end of the month, Pisces, is that if there's something that you're trying not to think about, avoiding, procrastinating, look at it square in the face. And that's how this releases. Or if there is something that you have been thinking about that has been on your mind that's been kind of driving you crazy, see if you can let it go, lighten up, let go of some of those swords, let go of some of those thoughts, and be a little bit more carefree, because that's what's showing up for you. Fool energy wants to be free and have like a new world available to them, go on adventures, be carefree, frivolous, silly, lighthearted, having faith, having trust in the universe, believing that all things are possible. So that's a theme for you for the end of February here, Pisces, is that if you can get out of your mind whatever's been on your mind, this is going to help you. Taking a break at the beginning of February, recharging, really looking into the heart of something of what's true in the middle of the month, and then letting go of some of these excessive thoughts. Like if you're splitting hairs or over-analyzing things, that's 9 of Swords energy. The fact that it's in reverse says you're either trying to resist those thoughts or it may be time to let them go. Either one. Those are both options. So that's, if the more you can let go of that, Pisces, here's where you go. Fool will correct as you correct this. And Fool means feeling open, all the things that I just said, like feeling carefree, feeling trust in the universe. It's a really card of fun and like onto the new journey. He feels refreshed. It's like waking up from a deep sleep and feeling totally rested and ready to take on a new day. So that's Fool energy. Then also, you know, with the freshness that comes with this card, that's also offered here. This is 4 of Cups, which in the upright position can mean feeling like same old. Like the 3 cups here, it's always the same. It's routine. I feel cut off. I feel bored. I feel aloof. I don't feel engaged. That's where this greenery is happening. I call this sometimes the Rip Van Winkle card, because he's starting to check out. He's starting to be like, okay, I get up, I go do a thing during the day, I do the same thing every day. Is this all there is? Can be a very 4 of Cups statement. Because again, things with all the stability for energy, it can get very routine. It can get very stable, whatever that is. But the cool thing about this card is that it invites us to look up and out of our regular routine. So this means like receiving what the world is trying to offer you that is new, that adds to your love, that adds to your emotional energy, that adds to your heart being filled. And you have to look up and out of your current situation to receive it. So, because this one cup, Ace of Cups, is depicted here, and that means joy, creativity, love, beginning something new, a new passion, a new creative endeavor, a new love of some sort, new love, new joy, new passion. But you'll see it's not among what exists currently in this person's environment, in their immediate environment, what they see every day. They have to look up and outside of themselves, something new and different coming in. So I'm also going to say that to the extent that you are able to release this swords energy, that is how you will get to Fool. And look at Fool is looking at that new cup. It's fresh. It's new. It's not. These two cards are in some ways opposites, because this is everything that is fresh and new. This is what's old and hackneyed and can't even see the new stuff coming in. But Fool sees it. Fool sees, oh yeah, all things are possible. All things are new. All things are being given to me. The world is open. He's very open and trusting and free and full of faith. So I'm seeing all of these being in reverse as being related, Pisces. The more you release this, which is overthinking, analysis, worry, tension, anxiety, all of that, the more Fool energy can come in. You know, that turns him right backside up, because you're letting go of anxiety. That is opposite of Fool. You know, this is freedom of thought. This is hope. This is inspiration. This is feeling open, not overthinking things. He doesn't overthink things. It's very simple. He's all his potential energy. All things are possible. And then this is heart energy saying it's not just always going to be the same. I can feel inspired. I can feel like more is coming to me. I can feel that something new is coming in. It's not just same old, boring routine. I've got new life coming in. I just have to look up and out. Like sometimes I tell people when they see this card, go change up your routine. Drive home a different way. Go somewhere that you never go. Go explore. Go talk to different people, or take a new class, or pursue something new and different, because that is where this new love, this new energy, this new passion is waiting for you. It's not in the common regular routine. It's not among these. So take care to unlock your thoughts there, let those go, and then you make room for Full energy and new emotional energy coming in too. Then at the end of the month, there might be something that, your life may change, Pisces, towards the end of it, because I'm seeing these 3 cups here draining out, and then they're also draining out here. So the 3 cups here represent what's established, what you know. This is like spilt blood or spilt wine, and there's grief involved, like acknowledging a loss. This is sorrow. This is like, I'm sad that I lost these things. I'm sad that that's part of the past. Maybe letting go of the past. And then here's your new life waiting for you. If you're focusing, by the way, both of these cards, interestingly enough, focus on the 3 cups in front of them. This one has the 3 cups. This one has lost the 3 cups. But in both cards also, there's more available to each of them that they're not really seeing. This one has to look up to see what's being given to them. This one has to turn around to see that there's even more love here. In some ways, more is being given to this one. This is 5 of Cups. This is 4 of Cups. 2 cups here are standing up, and then 1 cup is being given. So what I see with this is, don't be afraid of loss too. Because as you let go of what it is that you currently have, your routine, the love you've already established, the things you own and love, as you release that, more is coming to you. You just have to turn around to see it. So I'm getting with these two cards towards the end of the month, let go. Let go of what you see as mundane, as routine, as what you've known and what you've done. You may be mourning that, and you may be sad about that, leaving something that, or letting go of something that meant something to you, because that's heart energy, that's cups. But there's more waiting for you that's actually standing up, that's actually not of loss. It's just waiting for you to turn around. So that's my reading for you, Pisces, for February. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up or share it with another Pisces who you think might enjoy the message. And as always, I just want to say thanks for watching. Yours in the stars.